There are two things in this world that I love. Those two things being Skyrim and the UFC. I'm sorry. you guys get it? It's a Drake reference from that one song? Okay, yeah, this video is not off to a good start. Every challenge you could ever think of has already been done in Skyrim. From the normal challenges to the fucking sweet roll delivery challenges. But no one has ever dared to do what I'm about to do today. Can you beat Skyrim while cosplaying as a UFC fighter? Now, a lot of you guys right now are probably asking me, yo, what the fuck does that even mean, you stupid fucking dumbass? Well, fear not, foolish mortal, for Daddy F5 Shooter is about to tell you all that you wish to know. But first, we must get something out of the way.
Hey, you. You're finally awake.
Hey. If you have eyes and are able to utilize them, then you may have seen the thumbnail. And this? Well, this is what our challenge today revolves around. Alex Pereira is known for his left hook, which can be classified as a literal fucking nuclear weapon of mass destruction. He is also known for his iconic walkout, during which he uses his bow and arrow and extremely loud shout to weaken the opponent and give them -25 in all attributes. With the lore of this run now revealed, let's go ahead and discuss the rule set. Rule number 1, I can only deal damage with my left and right hook, with my bow and arrow, and with my shouts. Rule number 2, there is no rule number 2, you fucking dumbass. Considering that Skyrim was made over a decade ago, the character customization is no longer cutting edge like it used to be. Which, yes guys, I'm sorry to inform you that this indeed means that I cannot customize the size of my cock. So I did the best that I could and came up with these two abominations. I chose to go with option number 2, but you guys can go ahead and let me know which one was better. I gave him the greatest name of any Skyrim native and our journey began. Ignorant to the fact that my name was not on the list, these filthy, disgusting, imperial fucks still advocated that my head be removed from my body via sharp object. But because I am an otherworldly entity from another universe, I was blessed with what they call divine intervention. I wasted absolutely no time in rolling out like an Autobot, and of course, I decided to team up with Blue Boy, because fuck the Reds. I'm a Crip for life, baby. Get the fuck out of my hood. Yeah, I'm gonna get shot after this video. It was here where I would learn the hardships of a left hook only run. However, considering that my hands are literally made of stone, progressing through the tutorial area was not actually that much of a challenge, and then I came across my second weapon of mass destruction, the boner and arrow, baby. This weapon would be my saving grace when facing challenging enemies, and without it, guys, without this weapon, I wouldn't be here today. So let's go ahead and give it up for my boner and arrow, guys. Exiting the cave and gaining my independence, Skyrim wanted to ask me a very, very stupid question. Like, what the fuck is this? I'm not here to play Minecraft. On the way to Whiterun, I faced my first real combat, and it only took 16 hooks to remove these wolves' consciousness from their body. And then out of nowhere, a wild shoddy approached your boy.
You handle yourself well.
You can handle these balls. And because I am a goddamn Sigma, I denied her advances. I had made it to Whiterun and met up with Balgruff, and, well, he told me to go talk to his cuck-ass wizard buddy. And because I fucking hate this guy, while he was yapping about some bullshit, I decided to go ahead and rearrange his room for him. The welcoming party at Bleak Falls Barrow, wasn't exactly welcoming. Oh, guys, by the way, check out this nasty kill cam. The rematch with the Bleak Falls Barrow buffoons went much better. And then I had my first encounter with a mini-boss, and it sort of resulted in me getting KO'd. But in the second round, I came up with a game plan called cheesing. Get fucked, loser. I spared no mercy upon Arvel, and it was here where fights actually turned into more than just punch spamming. Every battle sort of became a strategic chess match. Meticulously throwing hands, weaving out of harm's way, and practicing witchcraft were all necessary to ensure my success. I even had to use the environment to help me kill some enemies. Now, okay, alright, maybe this is cheating, but go fuck yourself, alright? I made it to the final chamber of this dungeon and came face to face with the remains of Genghis fucking Khan. I weakened him with my boner and then finished him off with a good old-fashioned fisting. We located the item we came here for and set off back to Whiterun. My reward for completing this job was more work. Great. My task was to now kill a fucking dragon. And by killing a fucking dragon, I mean letting my boys do all the work and then running in for the glamour shots when he's already almost dead. Channeling my inner thought daughter powers, I sucked the dragon's soul straight out of his body, and by doing so, I cured myself of being a mute. With the shouts now acquired, my arsenal was now 100% complete, and now it was off to the Grey Boys because they could refine and improve my ability to shout. It took me 21 minutes to run all the way to High Hrothgar, and on the way there, I had a very close call with your mother. I shot the shit with the Grey Boys, who taught me a few new words, and in exchange for a larger vocabulary, they wanted me to fetch a long-lost item of theirs. And this is my favorite part of the game. It's called running. But by using a super epic game-breaking strategy, I was able to work around the illness known as fatigue. And after running past and ignoring these enemies, we arrived at Ustengrav. Committing murder on these two magic users, my aura was at an all-time high, and this poor soul decided he didn't want to fuck with me, so he took the easy way out. I terrorized all of the local residents with my left hook, and then I was stopped, dead in my tracks, by this stupid fucking gate puzzle. As you can see, the gate isn't even there, so the game is just sort of fucking cucking me here, and it won't let me pass. So I had to do a couple reworks, had to do a couple rewounds, and I made my way through the gate. And I did all this for literally fucking nothing, because somebody had already stolen the goddamn item. But luckily for me, the thief wasn't very good at being a thief, and she left a letter detailing her exact location. I met up with my Tinder date, and while she was yapping about some bullshit, I decided to snag all of her personal belongings for my own personal interests. She then gave me the ancient sex toy that the Grey Boys wanted, and my reward was more words. You guys get that one? Reward was more okay, yeah, I'm just gonna stop. Delphine said that the whole Dragonborn thing was cap.
If you really are Dragonborn, like...
With Delphine now on my friends list, she wanted me to sneak into the Thalmor Embassy and steal some information regarding dragons because she wanted to become the ultimate dragon trainer. Now, this task may seem pretty trivial compared to killing a literal fucking dragon, but let me be the first to go ahead and inform you that this was not the case. Delphine gave me her counterfeit invitation, and the operation known as Search and Rescue was now a go. I infiltrated the embassy and met up with my inside man. He unlocked the door for me, and I was now in hostile territory. Now, the conventional method of completing this mission is through the usage of stealth, but I want you to take a look at this man. Now take a look at this man, and also take a quick glance at this guy. Do you really think that I'm about to stoop down to the levels of people that use sneak builds? Absolutely fucking not. And I can't lie, all was going smooth. Ignoring all the enemies, running straight to my objective, it worked like a charm. But then I remembered, I sorta needed a way out. I needed an escape plan. So I tried to use this trap door, but it was locked behind a key. So I thought, no big deal. I'm just gonna go back the way I came, and right? Nah. That shit was locked too, except it literally couldn't be opened, so this meant my only choice was to go through the trap door, but that trap door, I had no idea where the key was, and this is where I spent over 2 hours. I had to Google it, and it said, yeah, the key's on a guard. What the Sigma? Which guard? I sorta ignored all the enemies, and now they're all mumbo-jumboed, and I don't know what I'm doing, and load, save, death, blah, blah, blah. I eventually came across this strategy where I could sneak attack boner shot this caster here. Then I would proceed to sprint to his body, loot the scroll of mass paralysis from his body, and then use it to paralyze the rest of the guards in this room. Now again, okay, you guys might call this cheating, but I will have you know that Alex Pereira has been accused of witchcraft. So this is my one-time use of witchcraft for this run, so go fuck yourself in the butthole, alright? Suck it. And I had come across the key that I so desperately needed, but this is where things got even worse, man. I spent the next 3 hours playing Skyrim when I decided to have a look at my recording, and this is what I found.
They'd skin us alive.
The entire 3-hour recording was like this. I was genuinely sick. I was genuinely tweaking off of the medication. I mean, this was the most heart-wrenching thing to have ever happened to me in the last 10 years. But do you know who the fuck I am, baby? I loaded the earliest possible save where I started recording, and I did it all over again. Because I'm fucking insane and maybe even a little retarded. Me and the gang came across Alduin's wall, which prophesies that me, yeah, you heard that right, me, the Dragonborn, would save the world from the impending doom known as Alduin. The only way to stop Alduin from eating our world was with the power of shouting. Now, the specific shout that was used to kill Alduin, that shit apparently doesn't even fucking exist anymore. So I had no choice but to go hit up the Grey Boys. And even the Grey Boys had no idea what I was talking about. They were like, huh? What? Go talk to our leader, maybe he knows. So I made my way to their leader, everyone's favorite dragon, Paarthurnax. Now Paarthurnax, he's a real street G, absolute legend. Like, street Jesus right here. No slander to his name on my server, or I will ban you forever. He said that the only way to learn the anti-Alduin shout, I would need to locate an Elder Scroll. My first lead was at Winterhold, and after using the power of my vocal cords, I was granted access. And I can't lie, guys, I felt out of place here. I mean, it was a community college full of a bunch of INT users. And as we all know, INT users are at the bottom of the medieval power pyramid. I hit up this disgruntled librarian who had a very interesting name, and he told me about an old friend of his. Using my super epic speedrun tech, which I totally nailed first try, I had a conversation with Septimus Prime, and he told me the exact location of the Elder Scroll. Like, alright man, thanks. Now, because I've sort of already done all this, I chose to completely ignore all the enemies and continue speedrunning this challenge. With the help of Google, I was able to solve the puzzle of the Elder Scroll, and once I arrived back at the throat of the world, I was told to read it. Oh, wait a minute, guys. Before we go any further, the fact that the Elder Scroll is not in the Scrolls tab, and rather in the Books tab, makes me want to go, like, fucking start a forest fire, because what the fuck? Reading the Elder Scroll, just like how Poe read the Dragon Scroll, I was thrown straight into a flashback of Alduin's initial defeat, and I gotta say, holy shit, man, this game is looking kinda dated. Like, what the fuck is this? With the power of my ears, I learned the shout that was used to help defeat Alduin all those years ago, and just as I exited my coma, the real Alduin came to say hello. But little did he know that I now knew his weakness, and my boner was ready to penetrate his butt. Full force. Now, as you can see, my damage is absolutely fucking atrocious. I think a moldy piece of Martin's bread could do more damage than what I was doing right here. And maybe because I'm like only level 3, I don't know. But, oh, and by the way, you are totally right that I am quick saving, or as they say, save scumming whenever I make any type of progress. In due time, justice was served, and I let Andy here know that Poatan was the true eater of worlds. And being the basic-ass bitch that he is, he pulled a quick one on me and DBZ teleported back to his hidey hole. I was told that the only way to reach Alduin's hidey hole was with a dragon of my own. So, you know what I did? You're goddamn right. I constructed a meeting that would put the NATO summit to shame, and we devised a plan on how to train your dragon. I can't lie. It's pretty fucking easy. I feel like I could do this in real life. Whoa, was that a voice crack? All you have to do, you just yell out his name. He pulls up, he walks into your trap, and then he's like, damn, bro, you really got my ass, huh? Shit, fuck. Looks like I gotta fly you to Alduin's place, huh? And you're like, hell yeah. So that is exactly what we did. Using my whirlwind sprint to bypass the dragons, I had made it to the Temple of Alduin, and a few more final battles with the Draugr. This is bad. There are too many enemies in my story-based game. You don't know who you're messing with, buddy. The fuck down. Oh, yeah. Ah! And a quick skip of the Dragon Priest, and I had made it to the land of the Walking Dead. It was here where I would battle Alduin, but first, I needed to team up with my long-lost brothers. But there was one last obstacle in the way. Cuckboy over here named Sun. He wanted to 1v1 me Rust style to find out who the true Dragon Warrior was, but I mean, come on, man. I 360 double wide straight off of the metal structure, no-scoped his ass, exploited his poor AI, spewed my mixtape all over him, and he had no choice but to concede. I met up with the 1992 Dream Team, and together we were able to fell the great dragon Alduin. And by together, I mean I sort of just stood there and looked pretty. So to answer your question, can you beat Skyrim while cosplaying as a UFC fighter? I believe the answer is absolutely yes, but only if you're a fucking amazing gamer like me. So don't try this at home, or you might get hurt. Oh yeah, by the way, I'm gonna be playing Wukong, Black Myth Wukong next, so get prepared for that video because it's coming. It's coming!
Wow, look at this super cool dwarven spear. Dwarven sphere. He has like magic and weapons and... Oh no, I'm gonna die. Oh darn it.